we can see the 1st French Infantry Brigade. At the front we've got a battalion of light infantry, in this case the 26th Léger. Behind them we've got 2 battalions of line infantry. The battalion at the back is the 1st Battalion, because they've got the Eagle, and they are the 45th Line Battalion, which is quite a prestigious line regiment actually. And then in front of those is the 2nd Battalion, they've got the White Fanion. So that's the 1st Brigade of the French. Then if I move the camera over here, oh look at that, we have the technology. So we've got the 2nd Brigade here. We've got a battalion of Swiss at the front. They are the 1st Swiss with the yellow facings. They're quite nice. I quite like those ones. Behind them, we've got the 8th Léger, and then behind them, we've got a regiment of Hussars, which I think is the 4th, maybe. The 3rd. Well, that was close. So that's the French army. I'm going to pause the video here and we'll have a look at their opponents, the Russians. Okay, so here are the French opponents, the Russians. So we can see at the front here of this 1st Brigade, I've got 2 battalions of the Archangel Regiment. The regiment in the middle there with the white flag and the black and red one. Get a bit of a shot at it there. That's the 1st Battalion. And then if you remember my video on Russian infantry, you'll remember that the unit with the 2 flags of the same colour are the 3rd Battalion or the 2nd Field Battalion, just to be super complicated. Behind them, part of their brigade, are a unit of Russian militia, the Opolcheni, and these are painted as the St. Petersburg militia. They're converted Warlord Games Landwehr. So we move on to the 2nd Brigade here, and we've got 3 infantry battalions. One at the front has no flags. They are light infantry, they are Jaegers, so that's why they've got no flag. And then I've got 2 battalions behind them, again with the 1st Battalion at the front. This one's got the white flag and a coloured flag. The 2nd Battalion's got the 2 coloured flags. And then finally I've got my Guards Reserve. Well, not really guard, more Grenadiers. So I've got the combined Grenadier Battalion at the front there. And then I talked about them at length in my video. I've got the Pavlov Grenadiers at the back there. Rounding off the army, I've got 2 small units of Cossacks. They'll be there to harass the French. And a couple of cannons. I've got my generals scattered around. And I will stop the video here and we'll be back with the deployment. So here we can see the Russian deployments. I've got 2 infantry brigades and they're coming through the woods. I'm going to move across the battlefield. Here, there we are. So we can see the road, and then in the distance we can see the French infantry brigade. Oh, everyone focus in on there, there we are. So the French brigade there. Now their mission is going to be to come down the road and off the corner here. And the Russians, who are coming out of the forests here, their mission is going to be to try and stop them. This is a beginner's game. I'm introducing a new guy to Black Powder, so I'm going to try and keep it fairly simple if I can, and that's why the terrain's maybe a little bit more open than I would usually play. So that's initial deployments, and I'll be back at the end of turn 1 with an idea of how it's going. So the end of turn 1 sees a huge surge up the table by the French. Their commander rolling a 5 for both brigades, which meant that they got their maximum movement. Don't forget, of course, they get the +1 for being on the road. The Russians had a more cautious advance. They advanced once with the Archangel regiment, but on the right, the Russian commander over here, clearly very eager and angry at the French, ordered his whole brigade, with the exception of the artillery, to move forward twice and try and get to that crossroads before the French do. So an interesting turn 1, no firing yet. Let's see how it leads for turn 2. Turn 2 sees the beginning of the crowded hour on this battlefield. The French have marched along the road a little bit further. They're all 5 infantry battalions in one big column. I'll get a close-up of that. There we go, looking very good. And the Russians have leapt out of the trees with surprising speed, actually. Surprised me, not least of all. And they've opened fire on the flanks of the French with very limited / very poor effects. I've taken 1 casualty on that line battalion. And the most successful part of the shooting was on the Swiss, where I disordered them, although they didn't take a casualty. So that's the end of turn 2. We're going to go into turn 3. Let's see what the French can do. Are they going to keep on running, or are they going to turn and fight the forces of Russia? So I'll see you again at the end of turn 3. Okay, so we'll start the Russian firing then. So this second battalion here is going to fire directly forward. I'm going to roll 2 dice, I need to roll another one. For 3 hits, including a disorder. So it's 3 saves on them. So they've lost another stamina. Oh, sorry. Take that off. So a mistake there that I made. I'd forgotten that my Russian battalion was disordered. So because my opponent saved 2 of the 3, I said that the 4 I rolled didn't count, but the opponents are still disordered. So the 1st battalion's going to fire at the light infantry in front of them. So that's 2 hits and again another disorder. So one of those goes through. It is, yeah. Now the Russian Jaegers, they're very far right of the screen. Yeah, yes please, yeah. The Russian Jaegers, in fact I'll move the camera over a little bit. There we are. So the Russian Jaegers are going to fire at the Hussars directly in front of them. Now they need 3s to hit because they're at such close range. They are Jaegers, so they get to re-roll a miss, which is another hit. So 2 hits on the Hussars, but no disorders, crucially. So one of those goes through. And the final battalion at the end of the line is going to fire at the French line in front of them for 2 hits there. And one of those goes through. So not bad shooting from the French there. I'm going to count that as the end of the turn video. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see where we are. Yeah, sorry from the Russians. Yeah, not bad, but not a huge amount of movement there from both sides. So let's see how it goes on turn 4. The end of another turn, and we've seen that the Hussars launched a glorious charge against my Jaegers, and despite hitting all 6 times, I managed to save 5 of the hits against them. So unfortunately for the Hussars, they were beaten back and retired back to the hill there in reasonably good order, though, to be honest. They rolled a 9 for their morale check, so that was quite good. The rest of the army has just blazed away at each other, so caused some disorders. You see this battalion here is disordered, some French battalions disordered over there. And then in the south-eastern corner of the battlefield, the Russian reserves have started turning up. 2 battalions of grenadiers there. We'll roll next turn to see if the Cossacks can turn up. And that's the end of that turn, so we're going to move into another French turn. So I thought I'd shoot this end of turn video from the French side of the battlefield. Quite an interesting one there. The Russians decided to live by the old adage that the bullet is a fool and the bayonet is a hero, and charged into the Swiss in particular, forcing those back onto the hill with a very good melee round there. The militia charged the French lights over there, but were actually defeated by the French in melee after I rolled a 2 for their freshly raised roll, so it was not great for them. But they carried on fighting. That's the important thing. So we move into another. Oh, I almost forgot. Another crucial part here was that the 1st Battalion of the Azov Regiment blasted away that light infantry, so that was a big issue for the French there. Hopefully their recently rallied Hussars might be able to plug that gap, but let's see as we move into the next turn. Well, in a massive turn for the French there, they broke through on the right hand side, destroying both the militia and the 3rd Battalion of the Archangel Regiment. Fortunately, the 1st Battalion had seen this distinct possibility and moved round to basically enfilade the 2 victorious French units. So the Jaegers managed to do 2 casualties on the French light infantry attack column and force them back behind their artillery onto the hill. And then I think that was pretty much it, really. My Cossacks finally arrived. One of them arrived on my table edge. The other one arrived on the far flank. So we might have some Hussar on Cossack action at some point. I'm hoping that we will. And we move into what I suspect is probably going to be the final turn. Possibly one more turn after this. Let's just see how this next turn goes. So this is it now, the end of the game. I think we've called it maybe a winning draw for the Russians. The Russians have stopped any French units getting off the table edge, but most of the French withdrew in bad order, but still alive, off their own table edge. So we can see the survivors now are just the Swiss, with 2 casualties. Oh, sorry, no, a 3rd casualty they took on the last turn, but they stood, they didn't run. And they've been fronting up against a completely undamaged battalion of Russian infantry there. The Cossacks were handily beaten by the Hussars on the flank there. They got absolutely smashed. But the Hussars were shaken in the attempt, so they fell back there. And then the hill, I think, there's a potentially strong position for the French there. So I think any Russian follow-up, any Russian pursuit will probably be limited to maybe just these Cossacks who finally came on and did absolutely nothing for the whole game. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the battle report. It was nice to see the Russians in action, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.